Arizona, homeowner's best friend.
Todd Rovey with the Rovey family is here in studio with us today talking all about cotton. And one of the things that we have to land on is technology.
Oh, this is my favorite subject. I use it every day.
Okay, use it every day.
It's all over my phone. I'm excited about this portion of our talking today about cotton. You know, this is part of the side that a lot of people don't understand or really know the background of everything. There's a lot of things involved to get to that cotton plant we have today. Part of it has to do with a lot of research. I'm looking at a page right now from, there's at least 20 different projects that I'm looking at from the University of Arizona and through our cooperative extension agents. And they're dealing with the main thing is the biggest kick right now is AI. We're going to be utilizing robots and artificial intelligence to further along at least the cotton industry or the ag industry in general. And
those are studies. These 18 to 20 studies are just in Arizona, right?
Yep. These are just strictly here in Arizona. This is not a national thing. Of course, nationally, there's studies everywhere in every state. We do take a part in, I always tell us we're always a test farm. We are always experimenting every day on our farm, and we do participate in a national program to where we get to evaluate new varieties before the rest of the country can get to see them.
Wow. And
so the varieties we're looking at today won't become commercial available to anybody else if they accept these new varieties in the next till at least 2 to 3 more years out. So
they're always improving on the cottonseed.
Always improving on the genetics, the gene sequences that we're allowed to do now, and the technology and the computer power that we can compute to basically select which genes are producing which traits throughout the plant that we want to express.
That's amazing.
It's completely fascinating, and it's not just it's the big companies. I would say big companies these are billion-dollar companies that are putting money into our industry to learn about it, and it's makes me humble because there's some really smart people out there, and they're developing, like I said, robots. I laugh at this one because if anybody listens to the show here, Rosie, he always has a really good alternative to using chemical warfare with his weeds.
It's organic.
And that's the scorched earth method with fire. And they're working on a project right now where they're using seek and destroy type technology. And this is the same technology that's the same developer that's developed when you go to the grocery store and you place your vegetables on the rack, it recognizes that plant. And we're using that same technology to see throughout the field which plants are considered, quote, weeds, and they're using lasers to beam them out of this world.
I've actually seen one engaged. They're developing it for the leafy greens in Yuma, and it looks like this just oversized, sideways refrigerator going down the rows. And so if it zaps a plant that's not wanted in that field, it's using this laser technology, which we always are excited about things like that because then we're avoiding some of the other things that we don't, the cost of it, and also maybe this is much more improved. But the technology, and the same thing here for cotton, is just continuing to advance. And I like to remind people that we forget about the seed. Cottonseed is hardy. It is robust, but we constantly, to your point, always want to improve on the technology because we have fewer acres. The better the seed is, the more robust, and we forget that the seed technology alone is some of the most amazing technology that we're really working on. So
now I like the American cotton industry because of how close we are together as farmers across the United States. The National Cotton Council is a very unique organization that kind of brings us all together to evaluate our industry. And part of that is we formed off of that industry that we call it Cotton Inc. And that's the promotion side of what you see. So if you get your shirt and you go to shop and you see the cotton symbol, the little cotton, and it shows a bowl there of cotton flour or a cotton bowl there, and that is a trademark of the
Cotton Incorporated.
And if you see that, that's a good indication that it was produced, grown here, or something to do with the United States.
And it's some of that, American-made production. My gut tells me some of that's coming back a little bit more. We used to, when I worked with the National Cotton Women's Committee within the National Cotton Council, that was our promotion, grown and made in the USA. We kind of had to put that campaign on the shelf because everything was so offshored, but some things are being reshored. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the future is like.
Their promotion now is called Cotton Now. And it used to be Cotton, the Fabric of Our Lives. That's always been a good trademark, but they're pushing Cotton Now, and it's in the now. And one of the things that they're working on through the technology side is to measure the impact that cotton has throughout the environment. And we always try to push this out there that cotton is obviously natural fibers. There's a lot of synthetic fibers that are produced cheaper, especially when the price of oil is dropped below. When it gets cheaper, we can produce polyester a whole lot cheaper. We can produce cotton. Problem with it is, if you were to take polyester, put it in the ocean, and you take cotton, fiber, and put it in the ocean, the cotton is going to dissolve mostly about 70 to 80% in about 7 months. And the polyester does not change. If you throw a pair of underwears in the ocean, the only thing left of it is the waistband, which is the polyester elastic waistband. So there's a lot of what we call microfibers that are getting polluted into the waters from those microfibers. Synthetic fibers.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.